Welcome, football fans, to another episode of From the Hip. Today is December 9th, 2023, and we are in week 14 of this NFL season. Joining me today are my normal crew. Gentlemen, everybody, this is Mr. Kory Thompson, Moe from One Moe Show, and Justin Rodriguez. Still wiping the coal out of his eyes.
Wipe the coals out my eyes. See who is paging me and why. Oh, never mind.
All right, easy now. Gentlemen, I want to get right into it. But wait, quick little thing. For y'all who do pay attention and watch the show, we thank you. But I want you to know next week we will be going live. So next week we're gonna have the Saturday games. So we'll be on right before the Saturday games, probably right around 12 o'clock, right, gentlemen?
Yep,
Yeah.
buckle up.
Sure.
Buckle
All
up.
right. So you can tune in live to watch us on YouTube. There will be links that will be in social media. Please watch out for them.
Ain't no
With that
editing in
said-
that.
With that said, let's get right into it. Thursday night, the Steelers played the New England Patriots, and New England won. I think it caught everybody off guard a little bit. I think most people predicted Pittsburgh. I'm not unhappy, but it did kind of surprise me a little bit because New England has not been that great. In fact, that's an understatement. They've been terrible.
But how is that a surprise when you went with them as your pick to win?
Well, yeah, I went with them to my pick, and I'll tell you why.
He didn't give a damn.
Yeah, honestly,
That's probably the best
who cares
answer.
about them unless you're from Boston or you're from Pittsburgh? Does anybody really care about them right now?
No.
I do.
Got a
Here's the
soul.
thing.
I do.
Here's the thing.
Why?
Why?
Belichick.
Tell you why.
Belichick was the only reason I thought that they were going to win this game.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, the Steelers in they shit.
Thank you. Exactly.
Now, I got a couple of questions for this. What is up with this deal? I think every single member of the the Pittsburgh team owes an apology to Matt Canada.
No, they don't.
Why not?
No, they don't. They still had the
Their
only thing
offense
that
still
changed.
sucks.
The only thing that changes when they fire the offensive coordinator is the coordinator is gone. You still had them same stupid garbage, dumbass cheeks plays. So
Okay, so that shows it's not his fault.
No, yes, it does. If you come up with dumb plays, you could leave. Your dumb plays still stay there until the next season.
They got somebody else play calling now.
Okay, they call
But it
the
wasn't
play
his
caller
fault
is
in the
calling.
beginning. It was the players. It was,
Yeah, but I think what Mo's trying to say is, how are you going to just change up the whole entire playbook all the way past midway through the season, where everybody's comfortable? He's going to add in some plays of his own, some play designs as they go each week. But it's kind of hard to just be like, take this playbook, throw it out the window. Here's the new one, learn it.
Yep.
That's what he's trying to say. But I mean, let's just be honest. Mitch Trubisky was at the helm. That's why they lost this game.
Mitch, he was the only offense they had.
He was at the helm. I am not sold on this man.
Mitch Trubisky is a better quarterback than damn Zappy or
Bailey Zappi. I think it's like Bailey Zappi or something like that. Hey, Bailey Zappi came to play though. Bailey Zappi came to play though.
He's named after a lighter.
Hey, he did come to play.
He had 240, my boy.
No more. That's
he come to play.
240 with 3 TD.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, the Steelers had 182 passing yards and 82 rushing, and of that 82, 30 was by Trubisky. That means
I think he had a touchdown too off of that.
Yeah, and he had
quarterback.
TD.
Okay, they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback.
Yeah,
bad.
well, they need more than a quarterback right now. But with that all said, to me, this wasn't because I ask this question all the time to you guys, whether that was a Steeler win, a Steeler loss or a Patriots win. This is a Steeler loss to me. I don't think the Patriots had much to do with it other than they were just there.
Well, I think it's a combination of both because New England hasn't been the best this whole season. They haven't played great. And the Steelers have looked good. They were in the run to make the playoffs, so it kind of falls on both of them, a little bit.
They're out of the playoffs now with that loss. They just got knocked out. The actual Texans just took their spot in there.
I was gonna ask you have an update of the standings?
Yes, I do. Of course I do. Hold on. Here you go. This is where we currently are right now. And currently the Texans took that number 7 spot because of Pittsburgh's loss.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
All right, this is where we currently stand. All right, hopefully there is some more changes to this as this week progresses this week. I'm looking for the NFC changes, if y'all don't know.
Well, an NFC change that, oh man.
I'm looking for the big one happening, but we're going to get to that later. Okay. With that said, gentlemen, about this, I got some Tomlin questions for you. Because
don't ask Kory.
He's been
Don't ask Kory.
Oh, I already know. But over the past couple of days since the Thursday night game, Mike Tomlin's name has been thrown around, including in a couple of newspapers in Pittsburgh, which should be like blowing up. The buildings, they should tear them papers up, never buy those papers again. But they're talking about firing Mike Tomlin.
No.
In Pittsburgh. Literally, that's what they're talking about in their newspapers.
Hey, fam.
So my question to you is number one. Okay, before we even get to that main question, I'm going to ask a question. Is this Tomlin's fault? And I will start with Dustin.
No, it's not Tomlin's fault at all. Tomlin is the only reason why they have a winning record. They're still above 500. I promise you that they're still above 500. This is an overreaction on the Pittsburgh team, just because they went on a little run and then they went on a little losing streak. They 3 games now losing streak, 3 weeks in a row with a losing streak. So now Pittsburgh want to blow up Mike Tomlin. I mean, I get it. You got to blame somebody, but
they already got 2-game losing streak. But
yeah, you're on a 2-game losing streak. And you want to blame the head coach who's been there above 500 his entire career for over 15 years. Yeah, okay, that's the person you blame. Yeah, no, you blame the players. You blame players, and if you want to even blame the coaching staff, you blame who's under him. You do not blame the head coach who's been there and competing for a playoff position every single year in, year out. Competing every single year in, year out, giving his players his heart. And look at the pieces, bro. This team ain't been the same since they lost their Hall of Fame quarterback. They've lost all these runs. Like, come on, man. Let's be for real. Hall of Fame receivers.
And, all right, and promote.
Okay. And to add on to that, you have the players beefing with each other. Because they say Minkah Fitzpatrick is losing his mind in that locker room with certain people because the players are not giving their all. They don't come to play. And he already got into they said it was like a little fight with him and Deontay Johnson. Then this current week, they said he checked the whole team. So it's not Tomlin. It's those players. Because if the players are checking players, it's the players. It ain't Tomlin. So I don't know why Pittsburgh is doing that, but go ahead and fire him. And then he goes somewhere else. And
okay. What about you, Kory? How do you feel about that?
Well, I have a point to combat Mo's point. At that point, if your star safety is going after players and arguing or fighting with them, isn't it the coach's responsibility to control the team and control the players? That is that is Mike Tomlin's responsibility.
Not every time.
It is.
Not every time.
But it's
not
still
every time.
His responsibility. Now, I know earlier I talked about what needs to happen with Mike Tomlin. Well, what I feel needs to happen. They do not need to fire this man at all. He's the reason why they're winning, because of their defense. He is that reason, because he is that defense. I feel he should bow out gracefully. I do not want to see him go down this Belichick road, where Belichick is still trying to hold on to pieces. Tomlin just doesn't have the pieces. How long is it going to take to get him pieces to win again? I don't want to see that for him.
Okay.
That's why I think he should go retire.
I will co-sign with you to a point. I actually do blame Tomlin to a point. I don't put 100% blame on him. Yes, he doesn't have the pieces, but he's a part of the management team, and there's a reason why they don't have the pieces. It has to fall on management. It has to include the coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting it 100% on the coach. It's not about his coaching. His coaching style is good. It's great.
Fill that up,
I
player.
don't even say it's good. I'm going to say that he went into this season with an inferior quarterback. And you went with that. Okay. That's the quarterback you went after. You should have tried to get somebody else, you built this team. You've been there from the beginning. So it's the same way how Belichick is responsible for what's going on in New England. You built that team. And more so because he's the GM.
He's on year 2 of that quarterback, bro.
And I was about to ask that next question.
He's on year 2. So we're gonna sit up here and judge him.
Has he showed you anything of any type?
That's not
of
what
progress?
I'm saying. No, y'all know I don't like Kenny Pickett, but
okay,
y'all know I don't think he's a backup. I think he's a backup to the backup. I don't fuck with Kenny Pickett, but what I'm saying is he's on year 2 of this quarterback. He's on year 2 of Ben Roethlisberger being gone. Why is there already talks of being fired? If anybody need to be talked about being fired, it's Bill Belichick. It ain't no Mike Tomlin who still has his team above 500. Because one coach keep his team above 500. The other one.
Okay. Now, I am going to agree with you. I don't think he should be fired at all. At all. Now,
I don't want him to bow out gracefully either.
Thank you. That was my next question, because that's the other thing. He's been in this league for 16 years, and he's been with this team. The Rooney family does not make drastic moves. I don't think he has to worry about being fired at all.
No.
I don't think regardless of what the newspapers are saying, he doesn't have to worry about the Rooney family jumping in and going, "Oh, let's move on." They don't do that.
It's just Pittsburgh. It's the city of Pittsburgh.
It's the media.
It's the fans that are going to make this happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to be the fans.
Yeah, they are so fucking spoiled that they sitting up here talking about this coach. Okay, so go get another one then. And then when you get another one, and you go get a fucking Brandon Staley in your ass, then what? What, you gonna fire him after 2 years too? Because I'm not saying it's after 2 years. You understand what I'm saying? This year 2 of Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
We always say on the show,
I think they really do need to move on from him. They do.
We always say on the show, take that rookie season, throw it away. Season 2 is where we start testing you. Yeah. And he sat out most of season 2
now. So now you've got plenty of time to see him and go, not him.
Yep.
Not him.
Yep. And I think they know that, but they're not even giving this man a chance to go replace him.
Yeah. Well, he better replace him this offseason. Because I don't think he's going to be fired. I think he'll be here next season for sure. At least in my NFL. But let's hope he does the right thing. Let's hope he moves on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Indianapolis, the Colts are playing the Bengals, guys. This is interesting because you know what? I got a question for you. And I'm going to own it. It's on me.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the Bengals off. I said they were done. But you know what? Did I tap them out too quick?
No.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, they are one game away from the 7th spot wild card.
No.
And they're playing a playoff team this week. The Colts have the number 6 seed, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check on that, guys. Yeah, the Colts have that
Colts are
6 seed.
6 right now.
They beat the Colts. They're right back in it. Am I wrong? Right now, they have the 10th spot. I'm not saying they're in the playoffs with just this one win. I'm saying that they're right back in the mix.
Yeah.
They lose. I don't even think they're still out yet. Maybe I tapped them out a little too soon. Kory, let me start with you on that one.
We can't say that they're dangerous yet. Look, you got a weapon like Jamar Chase. He's a crazy X factor to have on the field. It's
Hold
like
on,
playing
Kory,
with
let me stop
Tyreek.
you 1 second. We already said they were dangerous. Then they lost Joe Burrow. So the question is not whether they are dangerous, but whether they're still dangerous. Because we already said that they are dangerous.
We can't justify that off of one game from this quarterback. I mean, he's only played one game. So,
Tape.
he maybe
Now he has tape.
We got to see how he does in the next. You have to give him at least like 3 games to see what this kid can really do. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Joe Mixon looked great. That was probably the best game of his season. So that takes a lot of pressure off him, able for him to run the ball. And then Chase was able to get open. So we have to see what's going to happen in the next coming weeks first.
All right. What about you, Mo?
I think that, of course, his win came against my team, but that's not going to be the same for you when you go into your next game against the Colts team. Now they can sit up there and they can analyze that game and see, oh, they're going to run it with Mixon a lot. Oh, he will take shots. Oh, he's a check down quarterback because he had a lot of check downs. So now they can game plan for that. I do think the Colts win this game just based off of that. Because now they're going to expose you. Because the NFL ain't no dumb league. They're going to expose you. They're going to watch the tape and they're going to say, oh, this is how they plan to do things. No, we're going to cut this off. We're not going to play the Jacksonville Jaguars defense where they try to keep everything in front of them. That was a mistake. We're going to play them up close. We're going to make them beat us. We're going to make Jamar Chase beat us downfield. It's a risk, but I think they know now it's tape. They can do whatever they want to do now.
All right. What about you, Justin? You think you have anything that you can?
Nah, Mo hit it right on the head right there. That game with Jacksonville was a check down game. You guys got to remember it's a new quarterback, so what they're gonna try to do is short throws, run the ball. That's what they're trying. That's how you move the ball. Jamar Chase had 12 receptions that game.
Yes,
eight of them were check downs.
All right.
You also got to remember that the offensive coordinator sits down with this kid and finds out which plays he's comfortable with, which plays he likes. So those are going to be his favorite plays. So if the Colts can watch and be like, oh, they ran this, they use this formation, they'll be fine. They'll be able to stop.
All right. Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. I put this other graphic up because I have a question. This can go for either team. Okay. And I guess we're going to find out after this game. Because the question is, the Colts have that number 6 spot. They've looked really good with Minshew. And I've been asking Mo every week whether he wants to get down on the mania. And he's been saying no. But are they fakers? Are they makers? Or are they playoff tree shakers? And that last one obviously goes to the Bengals because the Bengals can shake up everybody by just, even if they don't make it, they can ruin everybody else's chances because they're in the tough division where everybody else in their division is in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we got on this? Mo, let me start with you because I keep asking you every week. Are you getting behind the Colts or no?
They playoff tree shakers.
The Colts?
They'll shake them. Yeah, they'll shake that motherfucker now. They'll shake it to me.
Well, they're in it. Right now, they're in it. So they don't want to shake it too hard. They might fall out of it.
I don't think they'll fall out of it. I know they the ops. I've said this a few times. They the ops, and they still the ops. But they ain't falling out. They not falling out of it. No. They are, as much as I say I'm not a part of the Minshew magic, Minshew can get them there. All I'm saying is Minshew can't win it. That's all I've been saying. And
Gotcha.
they there though, and they not falling out. And just like since Houston is there, I don't think Houston is falling out.
So you're saying they're makers?
My climb.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they'd
makers.
be makers.
The reason I said playoff shakers is because whoever go up against them, that's not no easy win. So that's why I was like, they'll shake that motherfucker now. I just
They
misunderstood
this year, so they obviously are a team that can.
I just misunderstood the verbiage, but listen, that's not no easy win for nobody. For nobody in the AFC, that's not no easy win. Colts, Texans, strap your shoes up.
I think what he means by fakers are guys who are in it, who are already like the five, 6, 7. That they should be. They're faking and they're gonna fall out. Makers are who are gonna make it, and playoff shakers are who can disrupt it.
Colts are makers. Colts are makers. And
gotcha.
And strap your shoes up.
Kory.
I think they're makers, man. They've been playing really well. They've been playing some great football. They've been very competitive in a lot of games, even the games they've lost. They beat the Ravens. So, hey, man, I think they're makers, and they're looking good. They're able to move the ball. Their receivers are doing their thing. They got a great run game. I just wish they'd go back to Zach Moss because I think he's the key for them. They just need a little help on D. Yeah.
How do you feel about the Bengals, Justin? Where do you see the Bengals?
Yeah, they definitely playoff shakers because we like you said, we all wrote this team off a little too early. But now when we see how to play Jacksonville, which is a top tier defense in my opinion, they're definitely someone who if you sleep on them, they will come out and beat you. And it won't be no beat down. It'll be just like how it was on Monday night, overtime victory. So it'll come out of overtime, they'll win. So it's the Bengals is definitely playoff shakers.
Yeah, I got you. And do you have the Colts as your makers?
Oh, you know that. You know that. You know I stand with the mania.
I figured you would.
I stand.
You've been on the
bandwagon. I stand with the mania. It's starting to sound like we got a couple believers in this church. I'm trying to tell you. We got a couple of them. Makers, man.
No.
It sounds like we got a couple believers now. It sounds like it.
That's all right. Don't worry. You don't have to wear a Colts jersey at the end of the season. Just the Cowboys.
Shit. Here we go.
All right. That's going to lead me into the Jaguars game. Okay. And of course, I'm going to go straight to Mo on this one. But at last, I heard that Trevor is not going to play this game.
Hopefully, he's out for 2 weeks.
No, that's wrong.
That is wrong. Is he going to play?
Listen, I don't know what that man is made of. I was on this last show and I said he should sit 1 week. That's what I said.
2 weeks.
Kory said 2. Kory, I got you. Hold on. I said 1. Kory said 2 because we play Baltimore the next game, right? Yeah. Trevor is running practice as if he never went out of the game.
No. He's questionable and he's limited.
Kory, I need you to listen to me. I don't want to hear numbers. I don't want to hear none of that. I watched the practice.
Oh, you was there in Jacksonville?
No, the videos have been posted. Even the NFL posted like, what's wrong with this guy? Because I'm telling you, he's running practice as if he never got hurt. They're not running CJ Beathard with the ones. They're running Trevor. And then they have video of Trevor dropping back, doing everything. Like it's limited, but it's not. Because he has an ankle injury, a high ankle sprain. He's doing the Patrick Mahomes shit. Trevor's going to play Sunday. Trevor's going to play Sunday. And
is it a smart thing to play against?
I don't want him to play.
Just say
Cleveland does have that number 1 defense
against Myles Garrett. Just say if it's a smart thing to play against Myles Garrett.
No. I said that last week and I stand on it. I stand on business on that. Just sit out this 1 week.
2 weeks.
1.
2.
Why
not 2? Why not 2?
No. He has to play against y'all.
Yeah,
he got to take another week off, man.
No,
he needs to relax.
But for real, he's running practices like he's like he never got hurt. All he has on is a that leg sleeve shit. That's it. That's it.
All right,
And he's
I'm gonna
walking
go right
around,
into
no
it. And
boot.
if you notice, I haven't even talked to the other guys because I really don't. I'll be honest with you. I'm going straight to him with this. Mo, this is a question for you.
Mhm.
Okay, what's the winning recipe? Whether they have Trevor or whether he's not playing, either way, they're playing the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL, Cleveland, and they got Myles Garrett there. Tell me, how do they beat him?
You have to run the ball more. I know they're a really, really good run defense team. You have to run the ball, boy. You have to establish the run, but you got to air that bitch out. You got to air that bitch out. But
Mix it up.
you got to have time. That's my problem. Because our line is hurt too.
Mm.
We just moved that dude we got from Vikings, Ezra Cleveland, to left tackle because our second string left tackle is out.
Ooh. Wasn't he a
Myles
guard?
Garrett? Yes.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is over there. You better get that shit out. And that's why I don't want Trevor to play. Air it, but you gotta air that bitch out. You gotta air it out. You gotta air it out.
I got you. I got you. So it sounds like the offensive line's got to step up. They got to do everything they can do to keep Myles out of that backfield without letting other people come in there too.
It's gonna be a lot of 2 tight end sets and everything like that. So it's gonna be.
Yeah. They're gonna have
2
to
tight
chill.
ends, 2 running backs. Yeah.
They're
A
gonna
lot
have
of
to chill.
block.
And then some of our tight ends hurt. Some of our tight ends hurt.
Right.
Yep.
Seems like y'all got to get healthy and got to get healthy fast.
Yep.
But here we go. That's going to lead me into another game. 49ers Seahawks.
Wait. I'm sorry. I text y'all this.
Okay.
And Christian Kirk is out for the rest of the season. If he was to come back, it would have to be the Super Bowl.
What happened to Christian Kirk?
A non-contact injury.
Ooh,
a non-contact
groin injury.
Non-contact. He went on a route.
So
fell.
You either better check this down. You better be checked down, man. You better be the game manager that Chris Broussard stupid ass keep calling you, or you better air that bitch out. Go get it because it's coming.
I got you. All right. Hopefully you watch and paid attention, Trevor. All right. 49ers against the Seahawks this weekend.
Woo.
Am I about to play taps for Seattle? That's the question. Justin, is it time?
This week, yeah. Coming off the victory, San Fran just had last week. They on a bean right now. They on a whole nother high momentum. Like I've been saying all year, is a hell of a drug. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, as a Seahawk, I'm not gonna say it's taps for Seahawks, but yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Justin. They've lost 3 straight games.
Listen,
they've lost 4 out of the last 5.
Yeah. We got the 49ers this week, Philly next week, so
that'll be
So I don't want to play taps today because playing taps today and they beat the 49ers, somehow figure out a way to beat the 49ers.
Yeah. I mean, it is a divisional. It is a divisional.
Twice.
It is a divisional, right? I just want to say that anything can happen any given Sunday, and I'm gonna keep my eyes clear, 4 hearts, and I can't lose.
Stay tuned, gentlemen, because come Wednesday, Gino might get himself a video. I'm just saying, just come Wednesday, there might be another video posted.
Man, don't do that to Gino, yo. He didn't get hurt.
Nah, man. Gino sucked when he was with the Jets, and that hurt my heart. So you know what? He took the broke jaw and everything. He might catch that.
Oh man, I forgot all about.
All I want to say, if we get the same Gino that came out there in Dallas, I see us having a chance. But we need that Gino. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm standing on that.
I gotta say. Here's my declaration for what's happening. 49ers are gonna steamroll them, and you know why? because the Seahawks just don't have enough ammo to go against them.
I'm
not saying that they're not a talented team. They showed that they were a talented team when they played the Cowboys a couple weeks ago. Okay. So they showed that they're
play down too, though.
Yeah, sometimes they can. They can.
You know, sometimes 49ers play down, though. Now, if it was the Cowboys, the Eagles, one of those top teams, they coming out and they trying to score 42 on you. Because that's what they've scored on every other team, that has been considered up there. Now that
this is one of those games, like, just like you just said, this is one of those games where you expect the 49ers to just smack them because they're playing a lesser team, a team that really shouldn't be in their conversation. But honestly, I'm a little worried because I'm thinking that it won't be that like that. It won't be that.
So I got to pinch myself to see if y'all is really saying this, because didn't the 49ers just smack them like 31-13 like 2 weeks ago in Seattle? Or are we forgetting that? I'm just asking. I didn't know if we just not remembering what just recently happened here. Look, man.
I'm just saying it's a divisional.
It's a divisional game, yeah. But the 49ers just laid the smackdown on them in Seattle, and they're coming to the 49ers arena.
Damn, boy, he be
shot up. I'm just saying. What do you want me to say? Y'all are acting like it just didn't happen. Look, I'm not. I don't want to bad talk the Seahawks right now.
But didn't we all just say that they're going to lose? Hold on first.
Yeah, y'all are talking about
are you like,
play this,
right.
this,
You're not right.
I'm not
You're not
saying that. I'm saying, didn't they just play them? I'm saying, didn't they just play them 2 weeks ago? Like, we're forgetting that they just played them 2 weeks. They're coming to 49ers spot, bro. They're coming to the 49ers arena. That's all I'm saying. You're just going off left. Listen,
the Eagles are going to Dallas. Eagles, you have Dallas smashing them?
Eagles, that's not, you're not, listen, you're good off topic here. I'm saying that the 49ers just smacked them. And Mo just said that they kind of do play down, when they play these teams, but they just smacked them. Listen, what I'm trying to say.
Why do you hate us so much?
I'm not hating. Can I just say what I'm trying to say? Y'all
We're family.
I'm family.
You don't watch Fast and Furious?
I'm your brother.
You don't watch Fast and Furious? I'm your brother.
Oh my God. Why do I even do this?
Because we family.
Man, we family.
They just played them 2 weeks ago, man, and they gave them the smackdown.
And you're right.
I think the 49ers are on a roll right now. To me, they're going to be the hardest team to beat. I think they're going to win out. And for Justin, this is for you. I feel this NFC, the last spots are really tight. The Seahawks and all them boys are like 6-6 right now, sitting up there. So from Atlanta to Seattle. So you got Atlanta, Minnesota, Green Bay, the Rams, and the Seahawks, 6-6. So do they have a chance at still getting into the playoffs? Yes. Is it very slim? Yes. Because they're going to probably take these next 2 losses, and they could probably win the last 3 and sneak in. So that NFC division I think it's going to come down to the last games of the season to see who's going to get it.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
The Seahawks do have a fighting chance. But
hey, Kory, man, we your brothers, man. Like
y'all don't act like it. What I'm just trying to make a point.
Stop beefing with us, yo. Look, freaky ass. Stop beefing with us.
Get on the thing. Yo, shave your head, Justin.
Hell no.
Stop beefing with us, Kory. Jeez.
No, but I'm declaring this straight up. San Francisco is going to win this game, and it's going to just straight up be because the Seahawks don't have enough ammo to fight against them. That's all it is. They're just not in their caliber. You know? Slingshot against a 45.
Saying Jackson, Jigba, however you say his name, and DK Metcalf and Lockett.
Not enough.
What's that name? That's crazy to say that's not enough.
Yeah, but you got to look at what Philly has. Look at what Dallas has. compared to them. Like, to be honest, AJ Brown or DK. I'm taking AJ Brown. He's sure-handed catcher. He's not as fast as DK. Yeah, I'm taking CD over DK. Then if you look at Lockett, Devonta Smith, Lockett. Okay, I'll take them over Brandon Cooks right now because Brandon Cooks isn't doing that great. But Devonta Smith and Tyler Lockett are like kind of the same, but I kind of give the edge to Lockett.
You said
I think
who?
Lockett's a little more.
I see what's going on here. There's a lot of drug use going on around here.
You over Devonta Smith? Devonta Smith's been dropping the ball.
Tyler Lockett been
solid. Short-handed
the whole time he been in the league,
that's what
bro.
you can't
say that.
That's what I just said.
I thought you said Devontae over. I thought you said it was
no. He said that.
My bad, Kory, because I don't want no smoke.
He said
I don't want no smoke.
over.
You are my brother. Okay.
Even JSN is very solid. I feel like he was underused this year, but there's always next year.
Yeah.
But and Noah Fant is one of the most consistent tight ends in the league right now.
See,
the only thing about it is that we heard that running back. We got that new rookie running back. But Kenneth Walker, he'll return, and when he does, and I'm not gonna lie, the question on
his defense.
Yeah, the question on his offense is definitely the offensive line and our quarterback. To be very honest, if I want me to be brutally honest, the quarterback is definitely a question because he's not very consistent week in and week out. I'm just saying that that's really the questions on his offense because a receiver core is solid, our tight ends are solid. But and our running back is solid because we got a young running back core. So it's definitely going to be the offensive line. What we need offensive line help. We need a quarterback that can be consistent week in and week out.
So you want a new quarterback? That's
a hot take. That's a hot take. But as of right now, no, I'm okay. But I'm a chess player. I look towards the future, and I don't see us winning in the NFC or the AFC with Geno. So I stand on that.
Gotcha.
I got you. All right. Well,
Geno's questionable going into Sunday as well. His groin, game time decision.
He probably just don't want to get chased around by the 49ers defensive line.
Yeah, he not no dummy.
Okay, but hey, so one of the games of the weeks, because we have two of them this week. Okay. Bills at the Chiefs. And I called this game of the week because there's a lot of importance happening here. And straight up, I'm going to ask you guys, who needs this win more? Who needs it more? Kory, who needs it more?
Ooh, this is a tough one. Kansas needs it to stay relevant in the top, but I got to go Buffalo. Buffalo needs it to even just try to get in to stay going. It's more to Buffalo than it is to Kansas City. Kansas City can walk into the playoffs if they were to take this loss. Buffalo Bills cannot if they take this loss.
Okay. Justin, I know you got a lot of feelings on this game.
Buffalo needs this victory more than the Chiefs. If you're gonna ask me who needs it more, Buffalo needs it more. Because Buffalo is not even in the conversation to come in and sneak the 7th seed. We're already talking about Houston, Denver. We're talking about those teams, and we're talking about the Colts. But notice how we didn't mention Buffalo in that 7th seed conversation. They need this victory. Enough said.
And Mo?
Buffalo needed way more. Chiefs. Yeah. God Almighty, boy, they need it, and I got the Chiefs winning this game.
All right, I'm glad you said that because here's the thing. Either way, something's going to happen. Either I'm going to be talking about it's time to play taps, or I'm going to be saying what's going on with the collapse. Because here's how I stand on it. If KC wins this game, I'm going to say it's time to tap out the Bills. But if the Buffalo Bills figure out a way to beat KC in KC, I'm going to be talking about how this is their second straight loss in their 4th and 6th games. And they're trying to walk themselves out of a playoff spot.
Boy.
And we're going to be discussing that because Mahomes is supposed to be the best quarterback in the whole world. okay, which they supposedly have the best head coach in the whole world.
I don't like this wording. Can you start that?
That's what they keep saying on every sports.
They say it for a reason.
Show, on every
He
Fox
is.
Sports, everything I watch, all I hear is Mahomes is the greatest quarterback in the world.
He is.
All
Now
right.
what?
Well, if he's going to walk his team out of the playoffs with all these straight losses, we're going to have a discussion about the collapse of this team.
If he's throwing to Charlie, who's old and dropping passes, then what's he supposed to do? He's got
that young kid.
You watch
that kid. You good.
But you watch those games. I know you do.
I do.
Are they not on the money?
His passes? Mm-hmm. His passes are always on the money.
So why are they dropping it?
Because they're falling short of what they need to be. Not the passes.
So is that his fault? Is that his fault?
It's young hands, man. Young hands scared to take a hit. Take a hit, man. That's your ball.
Rice isn't dropping the ball. I don't think he's getting the ball enough.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. All of them do. All of them do. But is that Mahomes' fault?
I'm not blaming Mahomes. You didn't hear me say Mahomes. I'm talking about team collapse.
No, I heard you put doubt in the fact that he's the best quarterback.
Well,
he is the best quarterback.
Well, hold on a second.
He can only get it
now.
Because
now you're gonna make me get up my armor.
Yeah, this get a little spicy.
Okay, now you're gonna make me wrong my armor because I listen to week after week after week after week after week about Hurts being the greatest MVP. Like has to be the MVP because his team is winning games. I didn't say from you.
Okay.
I didn't say from you. Did you hear me say
No. I'm just asking. You are my brother.
I heard week after week. It was getting beaten into my head about how Hurts is the MVP because his team wins.
Right.
All right. Well, when your team doesn't win, doesn't mean you still have to hold some of that, don't you? You can't just say my team won, so I'm the best without saying my team lost. So some of that's on me.
We were saying it was hard to take away the MVP from Hurts because his team had one loss at the time. We weren't saying he was the best quarterback. We weren't saying that he was the best quarterback in the league because he wasn't. He doesn't have the numbers like Kory.
Are you saying that the best quarterback is
I'll
still
say something
Mahomes,
about numbers,
even though he's not having a good winnings? Well, he is a winning. He's still winning games. I mean, let's not get carried away.
My point.
They are still over 500.
Well,
but that they don't have the best record. Is he still the best quarterback?
Yeah, he's still the best quarterback.
He's still the best quarterback. My point is always going to be. My point is always going to be. You cannot solely base the criticism off of numbers. And I brought that up week after week, haven't I, Justin?
You have. I have to.
You have to. But it's just like I see the media doing the same thing you just said. Is he the best quarterback? Yes, he's still the fucking best quarterback. Yes. There's no doubt about that. But we were saying for the MVP race, that was just one topic. That was when Jalen Hurts, he had one win at the time. Now, you got smacked by 49ers. And the way you got smacked, Nick Bosa whole interview talking about, you just keep them in the pocket. So teams like the Bills, teams like the Chiefs, they're gonna have to play you. Well, they want to play you in the Super Bowl. So now they're gonna, that's what we have to do. Because then even Nick Bosa says the Cowboys play them next. I hope they looked at the blueprint. So now you have all these teams, it's tape. All these teams are focusing in on you. And then look, but you know who's still the best quarterback who could do it? Pat Mahomes. The receivers got to show up. But if they show up, you're over. You're done. Because they still have the defense to stop you.
I hate to say this, but we kind of have to agree with Mo.
Yeah. And I do agree with Mo.
Let's just take a page from last season. Last season, you had Aaron Rodgers, great quarterback. Undoubtedly, great quarterback. no weapons, no one to catch the ball. And look at what happened over there. You see what I'm saying? They went like 8-8 or 8-9 or whatever. So we gave grace to Aaron Rodgers last season, so we have to give grace this season to Patrick Mahomes having the same thing. We can't be hypocrites, period. So we can't say collapse. We just can't, because the guy is still playing to the potential. His guys just aren't catching the ball. And then
he won't even blame him
about it.
He won't even blame him. He could put it in their chest and he'll say, I probably should have placed it somewhere else. Whereas
Aaron Rodgers last season, we saw him yelling and
he was like,
whatever.
"Oh, they suck."
That team.
You know,
he's like, "Oh, they suck.
Get me somebody better, or trade me to someone better."
Yeah,
we can't do that. We can't.
I appreciate that, because that was what I wanted to hear. Okay, now to the other game of the week. Eagles against the Cowboys. I'm happy. I'm happy. And I got a major question. Redemption or condemnation? All right. I wrote that here because I've been hearing all year long about how Cowboys don't play nobody. They don't beat nobody. They, even after they said, well, let's see what happens when they play their first team with a winning record, Seattle. Okay. We beat Seattle. All right. But then they said, oh, but they were on the downslide. Okay. All right. I think Seattle just happened to hit a bad spot in their schedule, and now they can't get out of it because they played the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Eagles, 49ers again. Crazy. All right. Well, now we're going against the Eagles.
Oh, shit.
Can't say that if they win this game, can't say shit. Am I right? Am I right? If they win this game, can we say that can't say shit?
We can't. If they beat these Eagles,
that's what I wanted to hear.
Really
thank you, Kory. I appreciate you right now.
But
you just got a Christmas gift from me. You're getting a Christmas gift for you just admitting that. Just that one thing. Thank you. You're getting your Christmas gift.
Damn it.
Okay. But I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it. Hold on. They lose in Dallas to the Eagles. I'll be the first to condemn them myself. That's the condemnation.
Yo,
I'll be the first to condemn them myself. The Eagles come into Dallas when Dallas needs it, when Dak needs it. Okay, Dak needs this. Dak needs this game. Believe me, the Eagles need this game too. But Dallas needs this game because with this game, that'll put them on top of the division, and it'll give them home field. Now, I'm not saying home field throughout, but home field. And with that, it's a tough road to go through Dallas. Always has been. Always has been. Gentlemen, your takes on my last statement. Floor is open. And I'll let anyone talk. Go ahead. Fight it out.
Go ahead, Mo. You got it and you already see it. You ready.
Finally. That's just listen, you know what I hate? That I have to say that Dallas gonna win this game. They've hit a hot streak.
Uh-oh.
And
it's killing y'all. I can
they
tell it's
have
killing them.
It is killing me. And Jalen Hurts and the Eagles have been exposed. Nick Bosa has been on a run of just trying to expose people. He did it to my quarterback, you bitch. And then he's doing it to Jalen Hurts now. You better believe that Dallas is gonna attack outside and keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket. You better believe it. And then in Dallas, that's a hard place to win. Dallas is gonna win this game, bro. And then now, when they win the game, Dak is gonna be in the MVP conversation. Then now I have to deal with Anthony.
We're gonna be shopping for your jersey, bro. What size you wear? Next out, you know what? I'm gonna give you a little bit more space. We're gonna go a 2x just so that you can have a little space to move your shoulders around. Okay, we'll go a 2x. I think an XL would have fit fine, but I think a 2x so you can just move a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You wear it to bed or something. You go to
I
sleep.
can't even fucking say nothing.
You should end the show right now.
You
End
remember?
the show right now.
No. You remember those wrestling buddies when we was kids? You remember them, the old wrestling buddies?
Yeah,
We need to get
yeah.
a Dak one for him to sleep with at night.
Kory's showing his age
God
right
damn it.
now. The rest of us are all young. Don't let this great. I died this.
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, I'm young.
All right, so
Justin got something to say, yo.
yeah, I'm gonna get to him right now. Justin, what does this mean either way, depending on who wins? You tell me. Either way, whoever wins.
Depending on who wins, and you know, a lot of people gonna argue when I say this, but I'm gonna stand on it because I stand on business. The Cowboys win this game. They my favorite. They my favorite to come out of the NFC, and that's over San Fran. Now, like I said, a lot of people gonna disagree with what I said. I haven't been a Dak hater all year. I'm not a Dak hater. I agree that Dak hasn't proven himself. I haven't hated on Dak all year. I've agreed when I give Dak his flowers week in and week out. Now, I'm gonna say this: if Dak wins this game, comes out and plays the way he should, I believe he's the front runner for MVP. I feel like you can't deny him that. I feel like the Cowboys are gonna be on an untouchable streak where they're gonna give the 49ers a run for their money, even though the 49ers shouldn't underestimate them. But I see Dallas taking over the entire NFC and finally making it to the bowl and potentially winning the bowl, depending on who they play. But I'm getting too far. Now, on the Eagles side, the Eagles go ahead and win this game. Right? If the Eagles go ahead and win this game, it's basically a bounce back victory. Because that's exactly what they need. You know what I'm saying? So the Eagles, nobody's expecting Eagles to come in and get smashed. But, like you said, momentum's a hell of a drug, and you lost that. Do
you know what else bothers me about that? You know what else bothers me about that? Before the season, you motherfucker. I didn't even look at it. God! Anyway, you know what else bothers me about that? This man said before the season he wasn't going to throw 10 interceptions. You know where he at?
Where
he's at? Like 8, 6? Yeah.
6.
That's almost like calling your shot in baseball.
It's almost like
I want to get off this podcast. It sounds like staying on business to me. It sounds like staying on business.
It sounds like I want to get off this podcast. This is my last show, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll agree with you, Justin.
All I'm saying,
go ahead, Justin.
All I'm saying, like I'm gonna finish my statement real quick, is that I already said my piece about the Cowboys, but when it comes to the Eagles side, they need this game in order for me to still believe that they're gonna hold down the NFC the way they should. Because if the Eagles lose this game, you just lost back to back to the two top teams in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? So what does that do to your confidence? Because you're gonna have to play one of these teams when you get to the playoffs. There's no avoiding. The odds are gonna be in your favor that Dallas lines up with San Fran, they take each other out, and you play the winner. No, it's not
hitting that ding.
That thing is on.
Hitting the ding.
You're gonna have to play either. You're gonna have to either play both these teams, or you're gonna play the better of these teams. And like I've been saying all year, momentum is a hell of a drug. Momentum over any of these three teams, any of them, is something that you do not play with. So that's where I stand on when it comes to this game.
On business.
So I'll agree. If Dak wins this game, he's clear-cut MVP.
Yeah,
if he wins this game. But I still see San Francisco as the threat. I don't care who wins, Philly, Dallas, because San Francisco is that team that they have to deal with. As far as Philly and Dallas, it would be 1-1. You know what I'm saying? Philly 1-1, Dallas wins one. They're going to have to play it out to see who's going to win, and it's going to be one hell of a game if they have to see each other in the NFC Championship. If that was to happen, that would be one hell of a game to watch.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Shaq is Leonard, right? Because there's so many Shaqs. Do you think he adds to the defense enough to dominate?
He's better than the original middle linebacker they had. So he's going to take over that middle linebacker role. But there's a reason why the Colts let him go. It's not because of his it's not because of what they're paying him. It's not that. They let him go because
the Colts are a reputable team.
What do you mean? Say it again. What you mean by that? Let me rephrase that.
You think the Colts are a reputable team to be able to make that decision on who's over?
Honestly, no. But I believe that Shaq Leonard was one of the best players on that team, and they let him go for a reason. There's a reason for everything, even though they may not make it public what the reason was, but they let him go for a reason. I don't think he'll make much difference because there's too many stars on his defense that the Eagles have over there. He's just another piece that's going to sit there and just be able to make. He's a linebacker who's able to make a tackle in open field. That's what he is, and that's what they needed. But he's also getting up there in age, and knows how they only signed him to a 1 year. It's only a 1 year contract, which means he has the end of this year. After that, depending on how he performs, is what they're going to do with him. And this is someone who we're talking about is probably one of a top 5 linebackers in the league. That's how they're talking about him because there's something going on.
So when you play a Dallas, whose running back isn't a one, we've said
top
that
tier.
We've said that before. You've said that before.
No argument.
So when you play a team like Dallas, and now you add a Shaq Leonard, and the run game is probably not going to be as dynamic. So that means you have to pass. Do you think they come out of this game?
I disagree that the run game will be non-existent in this game. Let me just say that I'll disagree because I feel like that's the first thing Dallas is going to try to hit him with because Dak Prescott, you can throw the ball a game, but eventually linebackers start to learn where your eyes land, and we know how Dak performs when he throws the ball a little too much. So I say the way I would, if I'm Dallas, I'm coming out with a 1-2 punch early, and then you air it out afterwards. You basically run that. I would say, and it's bad to say because this is a terrible offense to compare it to, but I would run like a Titan scheme on them, where run, play action.
If I was Dallas, I would run. If I was Dallas, I would run Dak.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go. I would actually be different on this.
If you run Dak, you risk
I would
him
come out
hurt.
right from the beginning of the game, airing it out. I would get them to at least.
It don't have to be every play.
A little bit. Be aware that CD's out there, and be aware that I'm looking for him. And then I would use Pollard, and I would run Pollard a lot.
Pollard needs to be an X factor in the game. If Pollard is not existing in this game,
but I have to make them first aware. Stay back. So I'm going to come out right from the first drive, and I'm going to go deep. Doesn't matter if I actually connect. I'm just going deep to let them know that's what I'm looking for.
Dak gets hurt because he act like he don't know how to goddamn slide. That's why he gets hurt. So
he's too damn big to be sliding.
I would run. You better slide your big ass.
You better slide for me personally, I would look for the holes in the defense, the checkdowns. We saw what it did to them against San Francisco.
Yeah,
I mean, did we not witness Debo getting the
both
holes? Yeah, like Anthony was saying, the play action. You look for Pollard slip out of that backfield, man. Pollard has to play a CMC type of game.
Mm-hmm. Agree. Hold on. Let me ding you on that because you said that right.
CD's got to be your Debo, and you need Brandon Cooks to be Jawan Jennings or Ayuk. He's going to need all three of those guys. Plus their tight end, I forget his last name, but he's looked really good this season.
Ferguson.
He needs to slip out and make catches, and that's where you beat Shaq. And when he lines up on Ferguson, That's who you look for.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Hope you're paying attention, Mike.
To touch on that real quick before we move on. I'm sorry, before we move on. Going back to how the 49ers play the Eagles, well, them bubble pass and everything, that's not gonna work this week. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Oh yeah,
that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing they're practicing in. That's the number one thing they're practicing in practice right now, and they're trying to
see that line moving.
Stop that bubble pass. Yeah, that line's definitely gonna. You get out of the backfield, yeah, but them check downs to the receivers where they do the bubble pass, and Debo scored 3 times off that. We know they're not going. That's not gonna fly this week. So I would let that be known. The Eagles ain't no dummies, and there's a reason why they 10-2. That's not gonna fly this week. I promise you. They're gonna have to actually play football this week.
Yep,
I got you, gentlemen. Let's get to the sit starts for this week. We're coming to the end of the show. This is sit starts. We're gonna start with Mr. Kory. Kory, talk to me.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, sit him. He's going against the Lions this week. Man, the kid hasn't looked good. He's shaky this season. Agent Hutchinson's going to be in his face this game. I don't think he's going to really perform that well like he's done in the past. So I say we sit him. Lions got something to prove. And they're also, you got to remember, the Lions are also in this talk and this NFC stuff that's going on. We've only mentioned the Cowboys, Philly, and the 49ers, but the Lions are right there too.
Yeah. Okay. Your start, sir.
Hello, Falcons. If you want to remain in the playoffs, this man needs to see the ball and see the ball often because he is your X factor. He is your Tyreek. That's all I got to say about that. I can go on. He's your Darren Sproles. He's all of that.
4 spot in the NFC. Okay. Justin, let's get to you. You're sit.
Damn.
Yeah, man, you sit Calvin really, man. He's been a roller coaster all year round. With Trevor Lawrence moving like he's off the roids, I don't see Calvin really getting open the way he should against his Cleveland defense. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to be very have a lot of time in the backfield, so I don't see Calvin really making the impact that he should this game, which he's been inconsistent all year long. So tell him to have a seat.
Okay. And you're a start.
And y'all know where I was going with this. Mr. Overrated. You start Josh Allen, man. He's playing KC this week, and he's coming out to prove a point. I don't see him getting shut down. I see him throwing up 400. 400 against his KC defense. Yes, I said it. This is going to overtime again. You know he love overtime with KC. You know he love it. Every time he love it. You put him to start, man. 5 TDs, 400 yards to still lose to Patrick Mahomes, man.
I love this podcast.
You start him fantasy wise.
All right. Oh, let me get into you with your sit.
Sit him. We ain't gonna be seeing this. It's over. It's done. You see who we playing, right? Look it up. If you don't know, sit him down. Them points ain't coming this week. Not this week. And if he produces numbers, I'm gonna have to come in here next week and give some praise. But sit him down in my eyes.
Ooh, come on, Stroud. Just do it. I need to see him revert and apologize to you.
God damn it. Okay.
You be putting your own foot in the mouth.
Man, whatever. I stand on business.
All right.
You know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. You see who that is. That's Tyreek Hill. Hey, man, who can guard him? Who can cover him?
Nobody even tries to even claim it anymore. They don't even try to claim it anymore.
He's coming out and he's going to smoke them. He is going to do exactly what
Tennessee.
He's going to kill Tennessee.
Yeah.
They don't have any type of secondary.
Hope he get 150.
He's gonna make a campaign for that 2000 this game.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that Fred Bowie. Shout out to Fred Bowie. He might be calling Kory. He might be calling Kory, telling him to eat his words. Kory,
I never said nothing wrong.
I'm just saying,
I said it's hard.
Fred's on your throat, man. Fred's on your throat.
And still, man,
right here.
you and I had that other discussion about him getting that MVP.
Yeah, you know, the more I keep on
I'll
saying,
tell you
it,
after.
and I'm gonna go on record. Last week we came at Kory because Kory wasn't a believer on him winning MVP because he brought up the Cooper Cup thing. And the more I think about it, yeah, Kory, I think you might be right. I think they're trying to downplay it. I'm not saying that what Tyreek is doing is not amazing. It is. It's simply amazing. And in my world, he hits 2,000, he gets that MVP.
I can understand why people would say that, but when Cooper Kupp won that Triple Crown in 2021, he almost had 2,000 yards.
He had 1947.
Yeah. And then they gave it to Aaron Rodgers, who was the 10th best quarterback. I mean, that year in the league, they gave it to Aaron Rodgers.
Another year, just like this year, where no quarterback is really blowing away everybody else. So they really should have given it to Kupp. And with the year that this man is having, he's obviously going to win the Offensive Player of the Year. But the Offensive Player of the Year is not MVP.
But I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to him. You know, maybe they got, what's the word? Maybe they got a little bit of they got shunned for giving it to Aaron Rodgers, like over Cooper Kupp that year. So maybe they'll like.
Only way that happens, sir, is if somebody like Stroud has the best numbers, or Dak.
Stroud is number one.
A little bit.
Stroud is number one. He overtook Sam Howell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if somebody like that is the obvious clear front runner, but they don't want to give it to the rookie, or they don't want to give it to Dak because they hate on Dak a little bit. That's the only way he might win it. But let's get on.
He does have a good chance.
Yeah. So, to me, my sit, Cooper Kupp.
You got him.
I know, and I sat him. I sat him. Okay, I sat him for a reason. He has not looked like old Cooper Kupp. Okay, he hasn't. He just hasn't. So I've got him on my fantasy team, and he's sitting. He's on my bench. Okay,
right, Christian.
I actually also have two, and he's starting.
You heard what he said?
What?
Go ahead, Mo.
He look like Christian.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all don't know this. If you knew him, he do look like Christian. Yeah, all right. That's a private joke, y'all. But yeah, send him if you got him. I did. And start Jared Goff, man. Jared Goff's gonna kill the Bears, man. Just like Kory said, he sat Fields. I start Goff because Goff is gonna kill the Bears. He's gonna destroy them. And quietly kept, this guy's having a great season.
Why he looks slow?
His team is having a great season. They're quietly running through this season because everybody's talking Cowboys, Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, 49ers in the NFC. But the number 3 team, we ain't talking about them. They don't want you to talk about them either. They're like, no, don't even talk about us. Talk about the 49ers.
Yeah.
That way you don't prepare for us.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep on winning. The Lions, great team. Okay. So start them. All right. Gentlemen, also going to get me 2 prize picks.
Damn, I ain't bet.
You never bet.
Because he went broke on his last one.
Because he bet on Dak last time, so he stopped betting. So Kory, talk to me about your picks here, buddy.
Like I said, Bijan's got to be your CMC. He's got to be this all-purpose back for Atlanta if they want to stay in here. He's going to get 25 receiving yards easy on a check down in that game against Tampa, who's really good against the run. Montgomery is going to go crazy. and so is Gibbs. Gibbs has stepped up to the forefront. This dual threat system with these two is finally working. It's not one guy above the other.
That Lions team that I was just talking about.
So if you want some safe money, right there you go.
I think these are fairly safe too. Justin, let me get into yours.
Yeah, man. I know I got to stand on business with Mr. Overrated, man. Over 261. This game's going to overtime. And yeah, he's going to have 400. Moving on to Alvin Kamara. He's playing the Panthers, bro. Alvin Kamara had 3 TDs last week in a comeback in a comeback game that they were seemed to be out of it in the first quarter. To come back and to really put in pain against the Lions last week. Yeah, we know they didn't finish out with the victory, but Alvin Kamara had 3 TDs. I'm expecting to have one more. So just get one against the Panthers, man.
Gotcha. In the bet now.
I know you like that setup. You know you like those two.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm worried about that Josh Allen, but the Kamara one, yeah, that's.
Who's QB for the Saints? Is it still is it Carr or is it going to be what you?
I don't think it's Carr. I think Carr's out.
Carr's in a concussion protocol.
Okay, so it's going to be Winston.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, mine, guys. Let me get to mine. I got CJ Stroud. Okay, I got Moore for 217. They only 217. That's it. I know it's against the Jets. I don't care. It's Stroud. 217. Yeah, you get on that passing yards. My man A-Chain, that they ain't got no respect on him. They don't even have a picture on him in prize picks, man. Respect that boy. 1 touchdown. That's all he's got to do. One. They're playing the Titans, bro. Come on, for real. And CD Lamb, okay, 1 touchdown. I think mine's fairly safe. I think mine might be ultra safe.
Solid.
Okay. So get out there and make these picks. With that said, we've come to the end, and I want to thank all you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Mr. Kory, Mr. Moe, Mr. Justin. Parting words.
Thank everybody for coming out again. It's fun. It's really fun doing this sometimes, since you're my brother. Family overall. Go Ravens. I know I didn't get to mention them really. I only mentioned their loss, but go Ravens. Hey, you talking about Jags, baby. I gotta rep my city, rep my team. You know what I'm saying? Go Ravens. Let's go.
Go ahead.
We didn't talk about the Ravens this week because they're
playing the Rams.
Yeah, they should smoke the Rams.
Yeah, hopefully.
The line is over a touchdown already, so that's why we didn't have a conversation about
But our next 2 games, I'm not too proud about. Hopefully,
don't worry, we'll be talking about them next week. Don't worry.
I'm just hoping somebody takes 2 weeks off.
Promise you, they're going to be in the topic next week. Justin?
Yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We're here every Wednesday and Saturday. Reminder to all you out there, next week we will be going live next Saturday, so please tune into the Saturday Showdown. Go Hawks, man. Remember what I said. Come on. Remember what I said. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
No.
Y'all know what time it is. Next Saturday, have your ass here. Have your motherfucking ass here. Tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your cousins, tell your brother, your sister, whoever you got to tell your friends, everybody. We going live next week. There ain't no editing. They can't stop me. They can't put the bleep when I say fuck. They can't say nothing. They can't do nothing. When I say somebody's cheeks, it gotta stick. You're gonna feel it immediately. We going live next week from the Hip Podcast. We taking this shit over. You hear me? Let me tell you something. When we go live, have your ass here, because I can't be stopped on live.
Woo! You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to do this? I mean,
hold on. Let me make sure it still works. Okay. All right. We're good. I got the little bleep button here. I just want to make sure it still works.
We don't.
We live, baby.
Saturday Showdown. Tune in, please.
Please don't strip your clothes off like Ric Flair.
Hey, who knows what he's gonna do? Hey! It's a family show. It's a family show. All right. But with that, thanks for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for next week. And like always, let's keep it football and let's keep it from the hip. All right, everyone.